Galactic Federation Update, October 8, 2013. 6 bots, 14 zots, 10 carbon. Celemadbolic. We come with much to discuss with you. Those who have for millennia controlled your realm are sick and troubled about the fact that the time for their surrender quickly approaches. We receive this news with joy, and yet we comprehend how unreal this feels to those who, like their former masters the Anunnaki, contemplated only victories and quickly became strangers to defeat. Now they are to capitulate and truly face the fact that their power is slipping from their grasp. The caretakers of your new governance intend that their departure be planned to coincide with acknowledgement of the damage brought about in so many areas by their heavy-handed reign, like rigging the domains of finance, government, and the economies of the globe. Your legal system will provide the epitaph to this period in your history. The Dark Cabal is to witness a new period, in which each of you regain the freedom and personal sovereignty that is your natural right. At that time you will also meet your spiritual and space families, and an era of joy and prosperity for humanity will be born. We have often talked about what the new governance is to provide for you. For us, one of the high points is of course the ending of the cover-up which has prevented us from a long overdue, face-to-face communication with each of you. The primary purpose of our presence here is to be your mentors while you return to full consciousness, and this will commence formally when the mass landings happen. This first contact operation to Gaia has been, from the start, a welcoming home mission. Nearly 900,000 years ago, your ancestors came to Earth to settle in the land you know as Lemuria. This formed part of an agreement between Gaia and humanity, and this sacred mission needs to be acknowledged and honored by you. We are to provide prototypes that can aid you in carrying out this divine task. You will also have the Agarthans to assist you in successfully accomplishing this mission. Regarding your star nation, heaven is to permit the Elohim to return your solar system to its original conditions so that it can be ready for you to use as the home base. Your star nation possesses a most magnificent destiny. Membership of the Star Nation is to be extended graciously to you by the Agarthans, and the protocols for this will be explained by the main Agarthan Council. You are to be welcomed to Inner Earth and will be able to review the long history that was kept from you by your former overlords. The Ascended Masters are ready to teach a series of special lessons which will help you to draw back the curtain of your imposed amnesia. Much is to happen that will get you to the point where you can return to humanity's natural state of consciousness. Once in full consciousness, you can prepare the entire solar system for its future role as a major location for conferences which will map out the new roles of the former children of Antara, and where galaxies will be invited into a massive union to spread light across this part of physicality. In the light of this wondrous destiny, we rejoice in what is now happening here. Know that a most grace-filled series of remarkable events are to increase the power of the light and permit the divine plan to unfold its amazing order around us. The coming times are the end times for your old reality. Your society is to be transformed into a galactic society. This will be achieved by a wonderful symmetry that is now unfolding around your world. Through an amazing series of interconnections, a vast network has formed which is largely unknown to most of you. As it continues to flourish and spread, we do all we can to sponsor these scattered components and connect them to each other. Not a day goes by without some part of this network discovering and hooking up to this ever-expanding web. Like children exploring a bright new world, this expansion knows no bounds. Its capacity and range are accelerating, and this indicates that your new reality is indeed inevitable. This grassroots network has a life of its own and cannot be stopped. It is about to encounter the new structures that our allies are building, and the subsequent melt will bring the whole to another level. This will be the point at which this quiet revolution is to make itself known. A new epoch for humanity is manifesting before your eyes. Namaste. We are your Ascended Masters. We arrive in a state of utmost, blessed glee. This realm, which we have long looked after, is ready for a series of grand gestures which will thrust the dark from its troubled throne. Those who, in arrogance and greed, controlled this land are to be made bereft as a new power ascends their former throne. This light force is to bring prosperity, peace, and freedom for all. We are in celebration mode as we await the announcements that will, in detail, publicly proclaim this liberation. It will be a time of great jubilation as all financial debt is expunged and all income taxes cease. Various prosperity programs which will distribute great wealth to all will accompany the new hard-backed currency. The horrors of the past will fade away, to be replaced by divine decrees that permit all to learn of their true origins and histories. It is our task to inform you of this, as well as many other things. We come with a simple, radiant love that will permeate each blessed event and which will set the tone for the adieu to those false beliefs which hid the presence of our Agarthan family from you. Within the body of Gaia is a magical 5D world which has sheltered and nurtured us from the outrageous activities of the dark. You will shortly learn of these relations of yours, who have shouldered the burden to maintain the light in the face of the lies, distortions, and violence of the dark. The valiant prowess of your inner earth family is to be rewarded by a divine grace which will ensure us a most longed-for victory. Together, we shall establish a new realm that affirms the sacred self-determination of each individual. This will allow Gaia to begin a reconfiguration which will unite her now separated inner and outer selves. These sacred events will allow the light to regain command of your most precious planet and this majestic solar system. We look at what is about to happen in full realization of its vast scope. For 13 millennia you have suffered as the dark plundered your world. The coming ascension will reward Earth's humanity for all you have endured. Down through a long parade of generations, your lives were reduced to a trail of seemingly endless suffering and struggle, culminating in the inevitability of death. These fears preoccupied you, now, they are about to disappear. One gracious moment will free you from these woes and thrust you to the brink of full consciousness. Heaven has accelerated the physical changes needed before you can complete these complex processes in your personal light chamber. You are on the threshold of an unprecedented new epoch. Today, we continued our weekly discussions. We informed you about events occurring around your world. The time approaches for a most profound transformation. In this new reality, you will be thrust into a new consciousness that will prepare you to meet your spiritual, space and inner earth families. In this state of full consciousness, you are about to carry out a most auspicious destiny. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajan. Selamat Ya, Syrian for B1. And be in joy. Channeled by Sheldon Neidl. www.paoweb.com